Hello everyone. Now we are going to see the PhD admissions in IIT Gandhinagar for the academic year 2020 to 2021, that is for second semester. It will start from December or January to April or May, that is the second semester. The last date to apply is November to 2020. They are offering PhD programs in biological engineering, chemical engineering, civil engineering, computer science and engineering, electrical engineering, materials engineering, mechanical engineering, then chemistry, mathematics, physics, cognitive science, earth science, humanities and social sciences. If you want to know more information, this is the website for IIT Gandhinagar. You can log on to this and see information about the PhD admissions. The program highlights are travel support to the extent of 2 lakhs for attending international conferences, support of up to $12,500 may be considered for research at leading universities or labs abroad for a period of 4 to 6 months. Then candidates having at least one of their previous degrees from a premier institution like IIT, IIC, etc. may be considered for an additional monthly fellowship for 10,000 rupees. An extra monthly fellowship of 5,000 rupees may be provided to the candidates ranking within the top 5% in any relevant national level qualifying examination. A candidate will, however, receive only one of these two additional fellowships. We'll see more about the admissions in their website. This is the IIT Gandhinagar website. Just enter IIT Gandhinagar, then go to admissions, then programs, click programs, go to PhD. You will get this page. This is the PDF just now we saw. So here they have given the important dates. Application submission deadline is November 2nd, 2020, and announcement of shortlisted candidates. That is on 11th November 2020, and tentative dates for online interviews, that is 22 to 28 November 2020. You can click here to apply. If you click, this page will open. So if you are national PG application, you can click on this. For international PG application, click this. Now I'm clicking national PG application. Here there are two options, login and register. If you are a new user, you can register here. If you have already registered, then you can log in directly using registration details. Now we'll see the eligibility criteria. At least 55% marks or 5.5 CPI marks in MA, MSc, BTech, MTech or equivalent degree in appropriate branches. Above mentioned eligibility criteria is minimum at institute level. For discipline wise minimum eligibility criteria, please click here. The disciplines may use higher cutoff levels for shortlisting besides giving due consideration to the way questions are answered in the application form. Candidates belonging to EWS, SC, ST, PD categories would be eligible for relaxations as per norms in the selection criteria. Now we'll see the eligibility criteria discipline wise. I'm clicking here. This is the eligibility criteria for admission to PhD programs in each discipline. For biological engineering, at least 60% marks or 55% for SC, ST and PD candidates, or 5.5 for SC, ST, PD candidates. CPI, CGPA on the scale of 10 in MSc, Biosciences, Biochemistry, Chemistry, Zoology, Botany. For BTech, MTech, Biochemical, Biotechnology, Bioinformatics, Biophysics, Biomaterials, Biomedical Engineering or equivalent degree and related programs. For Chemical Engineering, the minimum eligibility criteria is first class or 60% marks. For other categories, 55% for SC, ST and PD candidates, or 6 for other categories, 5.5 for SC, ST and PD candidates. So we need 6 for other categories and 5.5 CPA or CGPA for SC, ST, PD categories on the scale of 10 in BE, BTech, ME, MTech or equivalent degree in chemical engineering or related branches of engineering. For chemistry, at least 60% marks. For other categories, 55% for SC, ST, PD or 6 CPA for CPA or CGPA for other categories, 5.5 CPA or CGPA for SC, ST, PD candidates on the scale of 10 in MSc Inorganic Chemistry, Analytical Chemistry, Organic Chemistry, General Chemistry, Physical Chemistry, Biochemistry, Bioinformatics, Computational Biology, Applied Chemistry or equivalent degree and related programs. Applicants must have qualified NET JRF or GATE examination not earlier than 2018. For civil engineering, the minimum eligibility criteria is first class or 60% marks. For other categories, 55% marks for SC, ST, PD categories or 6 CPA. For other categories, 5.5 CPI or CGPA for SC, ST and PD categories on the scale of 10 in BE, BTech, ME, MTech or equivalent degree in civil engineering or closely related field. For cognitive science, 60% for other categories, 55% for SC, ST and PD categories or 6 CPI or CGPA for other categories, 5.5 CPI, CGPA for SC, ST and PD candidates on the scale of 10 in BTech, MTech, MSc or equivalent or 55% for other categories. 50% for SC, ST and PD categories or 5.5 CPI or CGPA for other categories, 5 CPA, CGPA for SC, ST, PD on the scale of 10 in MA or equivalent. For computer science and engineering, BE, BTech, MTech, ME in CS, ECE and EEE with 65% marks. For other categories, 60% for SC, ST and PD categories or 6.5 CGPA, CPA for other categories, 6 CGPA, CPI for SC, ST and PD categories on the scale of 10 or MSc in mathematics, physics, bioinformatics or related areas with first class of 65% marks. For other categories, 60% for SC, ST, PD categories or 6.5 CPI, CGPA for other categories, 6 CPI, CGPA for SC, ST and PD categories on the scale of 10 and strong interest in computer science and engineering. For humanities and social sciences, the minimum eligibility criteria is 55% for other categories, 50% for SC, ST or 5.5 CGPA, CPA for other categories, 5 CPA, CGPA for SC, ST and PD categories on the scale of 10 in MA or equivalent, or 60% for other categories, 55% for SC, ST, PD, or 6 CGPA or CPI, 5.5 for other categories, for SC and ST on the scale of 10 in BTech, MTech, MSc or equivalent, or GATE HSS qualified. For Earth Sciences, MSc Geology, Earth Sciences, Geophysics, Environmental Sciences, Remote Sensing, Geography or related subjects with 60% marks for other categories, 55% marks for SC, ST, PD categories, or a CPI or CGPA of 6 for other categories, 5.5 CGPA or CPA for SC, ST, PD categories out of 10. Must be CSIR NET, Inspire Fellowship or GATE qualified, or MTech, MPhil, Geology, Earth Sciences, Geophysics, Environmental Sciences, Remote Sensing, GIS, Geomatics, Hydrology or related subjects with 60% marks for other categories and 55% marks for SC, ST, PD categories. CPA and CGPA of 6 for other categories, 5.5 for SC, ST and PD categories out of 10. For electrical engineering, first class or 65% marks. For other categories, 60% for SC, ST and PD categories, or 6.5 CPI, CGPA for other categories, 6 CPI, CGPA for SC, ST and PD categories on the scale of 10 in BE, BTech, ME, MTech, or equivalent degree in the broad area of electrical or electronics engineering, or BE, BTech, ME, MTech, or equivalent degree in other branches of engineering may be considered in areas consistent with the research areas of the discipline, or MSc in disciplines consistent with the research areas of the discipline. For mechanical engineering, the minimum eligibility criteria is first class or 60% marks for other categories, 55% marks for SC, ST and PD categories, or CGPA, CPA of 6 for other categories, 5.5 CPI, CGPA for SC, ST and PD categories on the scale of 10 in BE, BTech, ME, MTech, MS or equivalent degree in mechanical engineering, or BE, BTech, ME, MTech, MS degree or equivalent in chemical engineering, electrical and or electronics engineering, production engineering, industrial engineering and or design, aerospace and or aeronautical engineering, civil or structural engineering, instrumentation and control, metallurgical and or materials engineering, engineering physics, applied mechanics, ocean engineering and or naval architecture, engineering design, biotechnology and or bioengineering, engineering science and engineering, energy science and engineering, nuclear engineering, polymer science and or engineering, textile engineering, or BSc, MSc or equivalent degree in physics, mathematics, or BE, BTech, BSc, ME, MTech, MS, MSc degree in other branches of engineering, technology and sciences with an outstanding academic record may also be considered for research areas consistent with their academic background and special interest of the discipline. For materials engineering, first class or 60% marks. For other categories, 55% marks for SC, ST, PD categories, or 6 CGPA, CPA for other categories, 5.5 CPA, CGPA for SC, ST, PD categories on the scale of 10 in BE, BTech, MTech, MSc or equivalent degree in materials science, meteorological, mechanical, manufacturing, electrical, electronics engineering, then physics, chemistry, biotechnology, chemical engineering, nanotechnology, food science or any other related programs. Or they can have BE, BTech, BSc, ME, MTech, MS, MSc degree in other branches of engineering, technology, sciences with an outstanding academic record may also be considered for research areas consistent with their academic background and special interest of the discipline. For mathematics, the minimum eligibility criteria is ME or MSc in mathematics with at least 5 first class or 60% marks for other categories, 55% marks for SC, ST and PD categories, or 6 CPA, CGPA for other categories, 5.5 CPA, CGPA for SC, ST and PD categories on the scale of 10, or BE, BTech with at least 60% for other categories, 55% of marks for SC, ST and PD categories, or 6 CPA, CGPA for other categories, 5.5 CPA, CGPA for SC, ST candidates will be considered. For physics, the minimum eligibility criteria is MSc in physics, applied physics, mathematics, statistics, computer science, or MTech in related areas of physics, or BE, BTech in engineering physics with 60% marks for other categories, 55% marks for SC, ST and PD categories, or a CPA, CGPA of 6 out of 10 for other categories, 5.5 CPA, CGPA out of 10 for SC, ST, PD candidates. Applicants must have qualified NET JRF in physics, GATE in physics, JUST in physics examination not earlier than 2018. So this is the eligibility criteria for each disciplines. Now we'll see the admission categories. Admission categories, there are two categories. One is regular and one is continuing doctoral program. In regular, full-time residential research candidate. In continuing doctoral program, and this is for candidates working in industry or as a faculty in any educational institution. In this category, the candidate is given advance admission with 90 days of residency requirement in first year, and on successful completion of first year, the admission is confirmed with the expected minimum 2 years of full-time residential requirement on campus for completing coursework and a major part of thesis work. After 2 years, the candidate may be permitted to go back to parent organization subject to significant progress in thesis work. Subsequently, the candidate is expected to complete at least 2 weeks of residency at the institute for each semester all through the PhD program. A certificate in support of the candidature will support the application. And here you can get more details about this program. So I'm clicking here. So here they have given the norms for continuing doctoral program. You can look into this. The continuing doctoral program, previously known as external and FTP categories, is meant for candidates who, given their family or professional constraints, are unable to pursue the regular or standard doctoral program offered by IIT-JN. In order to facilitate advanced and educational opportunities for such candidates, IIT-JN will provide an opportunity of advanced admission with 1 year of preparatory period, but once admitted, they are required to follow the overall requirements of regular PhD program. The key features of the continuing doctoral program are listed below. It is envisaged that not more than 20% of total PhD degrees offered by IIT-JN will be comprised of such non-regular PhD candidates. And second is, applicants should be sponsored and financially supported by their parent organizations, institutions. The parent organization institution should also preferably make provisions for activities such as travel to and participation in conferences. No scholarship fellowship will be paid by IIT Gandhinagar. The selected candidate should be available for a preparatory phase extending over 1 year, during which they will spend a minimum of 90 days at the institute in pursuit of background preparation, outlining of research proposal, literature review, fulfilling communication skills requirements, etc. No tuition fee will be charged during the preparatory phase. Candidates will be required to pay other prescribed levies and deposits. On successful completion of preparatory phase, the candidates will be formally enrolled for the PhD program, for which they will have to pay the prescribed tuition and other fees. Such candidates are expected to complete the coursework early on in the doctoral program Next, for all the candidates through CDP, minimum 2 years of residency is required, preferably before the proposal defines. In addition, the CDP program also requires at least 2 weeks of residency at the institute during each semester all through the PhD program, unless it is waived in a semester by the Dean Academic Affairs for genuine reasons. Then, candidates should be released by their parent organization or institution for a minimum of 2 years full-time study and research at IIT Gandhinagar. Subsequently, assessment of the candidate will be made by the Doctoral Studies Committee. If the candidate is deemed to have made substantial progress in his/her research and that there is a reasonable chance that the remaining work can be done by him or her in the parent organization institution to fulfill the requirements for submission of the PhD thesis, candidates may be permitted to rejoin their parent organization institution. IIT Gandhinagar does not require these non-regular candidates to have an advisor at their home institute, university or research lab or company. In case there is a co-advisor or mentor from the parent organization, she can also be included in the DSC of that student. All candidates admitted under this special scheme would be governed by all rules and regulations of IIT Gandhinagar, inclusive of conformity with the prescribed ethical forms. In some instances, the parent organization institute may not be in a position to financially support the candidates. The candidate may be utilizing his, her, their earned half-pay leave, etc. IIT Gandhinagar may at its discretion give suitable waiver to related requirements. So these are the norms for continuing doctoral program. Now we'll see financial support. Students joining the PhD programs or regulars will be considered for institute fellowship based on the following norms. Postgraduate degree in basic science with NET GATE qualification or graduate degree in professional courses. BTech BE with NET GATE qualification or postgraduate degree in professional courses, ME, MTech, etc. They'll receive rupees 31,000 per month. And qualification mentioned at above with 2 years of research experience. So after 2 years of research experience, they will get 35,000 per month. If you want to know more about awards and scholarship, you can check here. Now admission procedures will be admission is generally offered on the basis of an interview, which is supplemented by a written test if necessary. The institute will invite a limited number of candidates for a written test and interview based on the academic records, statement of purpose, etc. The final selection will be mainly based on the academic credentials, written test, and/or interview. The written test is generally based on the topics related to the general aptitude, logical reasoning, and analytical and numerical ability, etc., writing skills, and basic courses of various disciplines at undergraduate level. The candidates who do not qualify in the written test need not appear for interview. The reserved category candidates will be given due relaxation in cutoff marks as per the norms. The candidates called for the test or interview will be reimbursed any amount exceeding ₹750 for to and fro single second sleeper class railway fare by the shortest route from their place of residence to the institute or venue of the test interview. For example, in case of total railway fare is ₹1,400, the candidate will be reimbursed ₹650. It is required to produce evidence like railway ticket in support of the claim. In addition to the announced admission cycles with the prescribed deadline of application, the institute also considers application any time of the year in case of exceptional candidates. Based on the qualification of the candidates and need of the discipline concerned, applications received or processed through Delhi constituted selection committees at regular intervals. Now we'll see application procedure. All the applications must be submitted online. If you are applying for more than one discipline, please submit a separate application for each discipline. After successful submission of the application form, you will receive an application number and a link to download the application form. Please save the application form. You need to furnish hard copy of the application form and self-attested copies of all the relevant documents at the time of interview. Incomplete applications will be rejected. Application fee is rupees 100 for SC, ST and PD category, rupees 200 for other categories. You need not send the hard copy of the application form, and important dates are application submission deadline is November 2, 2020. Announcement of shortlisted candidates. Tentative date is November 11, 2020. And online interviews tentatively on 22 to 28 November 2020. Discipline specific interview dates will be announced in due course. Now we'll see focus areas. So these are the areas they are offering PhDs. You can click the department and see what are the projects going on. You can click each department and see like this. You can click and check. Then later they have given about PMRF scholarship, Prime Minister's Research Fellowship. If you want to know more about this scholarship, you can visit this website pmrf.in for more details. So this is the application procedure for IIT Gandhinagar. If you are interested, go through this and apply. I think this video will be useful for you. Thanks for watching. Share with your friends if you found it is useful. Thank you.